Nearing game time now at Citizens Bank Park. It's the Marlins and the Phillies, and it comes your way next. With the skyline in front of us, a look at Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the Miami Marlins and the Philadelphia Phillies. Hi again, folks. Matt Vasgersian here to bring you this matchup of NL Eastern Division rivals. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Eric, let's give the folks at home a look at what's happened in the first two games of the series.
Yeah, a real nail-biter here last night. You can see a one-run ball game. Very well played on both sides. A well-pitched game as well. I think both managers would like to see their starters match the performances turned in last night.
More from the guys as this one goes along, but first, let's have a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Miami Marlins, as their order will read like this. They'll go to work against the most valuable player from the 2008 World Series, the changeup specialist left-hander Cole Hamels. Christian Yelich will head for the box as we are just about ready to get things going today. Underway at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike one.
First pitch, 135.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Temperature pretty seasonable for this time of year, 55 degrees at game time. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
If you're going to beat this guy, it's probably going to have to be up. You know, when he's at the knees like that or lower, especially with the fastball, he's tough to hit.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Fastball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man has gone on strikes to start the afternoon. So the leadoff man is taken care of to start our finale here this afternoon. And with that, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic, the official uniform of Major League Baseball. Donovan Solano will dig in here. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Out into right center, well hit, and this will split the defenders and get down for extra bases. And he is in at second base with a one-out double.
Batting third,
Giancarlo Stanton will stand in, hoping to turn things around from the loss last night. He was 0 for 4 in that ball game. Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate, and this will stay playable as it's taken in just shy of the screen for the second out.
Well, anytime you get an RBI guy to the plate with less than 2 outs, and he does that, he is not happy. That's the kind of at-bat that'll stick with you for a while.
Jeff Baker will stand in here. He drove in one of their 2 runs in last night's ball game. And that misses for ball 1.
Oh, he wanted that one. Probably should have got it, too.
Up top, it's 2-0.
So important to be able to work the count right here. You know, get yourself into a good hitter's count. We know that's important every day, but especially so when you're facing a guy like this.
And he takes something off here as this is a lazy fly ball out to center field. Oh, and this goes right past him. And on the error, a run is going to score.
Oh, this one really hurts. You don't mind seeing this quite as much with the bases empty, but this one's going to cost him a run.
Reed Johnson will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. And here is strike 1 call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And that misses 1-1. In there at the letters, 1 and 2 now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1 and 2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Swing and a ball hit fairly well, heading high and deep toward right center. But he will make the catch on the dead run as he tracks it down just shy of the wall, and the side is retired. Marlins forced to settle for 1. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Marlins lead it 1-0. Starting lineup for the Phillies is there on your screen. And getting his final warm-up tosses in, the starter who they'll be up against, as you see his totals there on the right side of your screen. And in the field, the Marlins will align themselves like this. Jimmy Rollins will stand in as he'll enter play 4th in the National League batting race. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
If there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now, that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
There's a line drive, and he's swinging it as good as anyone, folks. The streak will continue. He's got a base hit. And that hitting streak of his continues to grow as it's reached an even dozen ball games now. Chase Utley will stand in now, and he'll likely have a look down to third to see if anything's up here with nobody out. Swing and a hard hit ball towards the hole. That's going to be a base hit as well as it's through into left, and now the first two men are on as they look to get that early run back.
Well, that's two batters and two hard-hit singles to start the bottom of the first. They are showing they are absolutely locked in on this guy.
Marlon Byrd will stand in now. He homered in the ball game last night. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. First and second here with nobody out. Up around the letters with that one for ball 2.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Pitch, a curveball that's off the catcher's glove and gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Yeah, and that's always the danger when you're working that off-speed stuff down with two men on base. Once the catcher can't get a handle on it, both guys are off and moving. They're going to move up to second and third now on what will be scored a wild pitch.
Here comes a 2-2. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work at corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Fooled him a bit as this is hit high in the air towards right center and shallow. And Furcal will take this one in for route number 1. But he'll wisely think better of it as he retreats to third, and that's an important first out.
Boy, he had to go a long way into the outfield to make this play. I kept thinking he was going to get called off, but he must have kept shouting for it, so he stays with it and pulls it in.
Ryan Howard will dig in now. Off to a slow start, as you see there, just barely over the 200 mark here in April. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
And you can bet they'll pitch him carefully with a couple guys on base.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. Got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Dominic Brown will stride in now as he'll enter play as the second leading hitter in the entire National League. Now the first pitch. And this one will be fouled back in among the fans. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And you get the sense that he's starting to figure things out. He lets the first 2 men of the inning reach. Now he's settled down, and he's close to getting out of this thing with a 0.
And he got him, so trouble is avoided here in the home half of the first this afternoon, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More from Citizens Bank Park in just a moment. Rob Brantley will stand in, and that average has to be a source of pride for him early on. He's got it up over 350 to start the new season. Good breaking ball there, had him frozen, strike one.
So tough to hang in there on that pitch, but you got to do it. You can't give up that inside corner, or this guy will eat you alive.
And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. Still sticking with the fastball, but this time he lays off. It's 1-2.
Could be that high fastball there was just a setup pitch. Now you've kind of established that high sight level. Could be a good time to break off a nasty curveball.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Yeah, he essentially tripled up there. That means he threw the same pitch 1, 2, 3 times in a row. You don't see that very often, but it's going to work out for him as he gets the strikeout.
Rafael Furcal will dig in for the first time now, looking to get back on track as he's seen that average stumble a bit here these past 9 ball games. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1.
Yeah, those are the ones you like to start an at-bat, especially your first time up.
I agree. Give me a nice, easy one in the dirt that I can take so I can really get ahead in that count early.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Very patient here in these opening few innings.
And I think that's exactly what they're going to need to do. The more hitters counts that you can get yourself in, the more fastballs you're going to see. And this is a good fastball hitting team.
2-0 count, the pitch. Here's Ashe down at third. Throw on to first, and Hamels has retired the first 2 in the inning.
Boy, and on 2-0, if that pitch isn't right where you want it, you got to let it go. You still have the count in your favor at 2-1. Here he goes after a pitch that, although it was a strike, that's a pitcher's strike. That's not the pitch you want to hit, and all he can do is hit an easy grounder.
Adeiny Echeverria will stand in here, looking to keep the inning alive with 2 gone now in the top of the second. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Two out, nobody on. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. And this is going to be a foul ball. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. So Hamels had it working that half of the inning. His club trails 1-0. Carlos Ruiz will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. Line to the right side, but a foul ball. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. And a good pitch, but no offer from Ruiz. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And now a pitch on the way. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high, 3-2.
Yeah, he had him in good position here. 0-2 to start the inning. He just can't seem to finish him off.
Come on, Philadelphia.
3-2, here it comes. Now a fastball as this is hit fairly well out toward left center. Yelich able to take this one in, and there's your first out.
Batting 7th, center fielder, Sean Mayberry Jr.
John Mayberry will step in now. First pitch coming. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. And, ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1.
Whether you like it or not, now that you've seen what the strike zone's going to be like, you're going to have to make an adjustment.
Let's go, Phillies. Come on.
And here's a pitch swung on and missed, 1-2 now.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Now a slider is lined toward the gap in left center, and that's going to be down for extra bases. He's around first on his way to second now. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double. Cody Ashe will stand in. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. for Mayberry. He picks up his first two-base hit of the new season. And a fastball is hit on the ground towards short. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Batting ninth. Pitcher. Cole.
So a runner in scoring position with 2 men gone, and that'll leave things up to Cole Hamels, the pitcher.
Here we go.
And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0. Runner staying tight to the bag at second. Here's the pitch. And this is in the air down the left field line and into foul territory. Johnson is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll go now to the top of the third. It's the Marlins 1 and the Phillies nothing. Tom Kohler will turn right around and get us started here. 9-1-2 to start inning number 3.
There you go now, Philly.
Now a check swing as he's able to fight this one off. Foul. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. One and two now.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Swing and a ball hit foul as this will find the seats in right. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. In the air to left center. And there's the first out here in the Miami third.
Well, always nice to get the inning started against the pitcher, and sets him down easily for the first out of the third.
Christian Yelich will dig in for a second time. A strikeout victim opening up the ball game. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball. 1-0. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. And there's ball 2 now.
Are you crazy?
Now the pitch. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now.
And after that call, you know he's got to be turning around to say something like, hey, you know what? This guy doesn't need any help.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Donovan Solano waits on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch. And the payoff pitch is reached for and sent on the ground to third. And a throw over to Howard, and that's the second out.
Yeah, it took him a few batters to get it going in the first, but after that first inning run, he's come back to retire the next 6 in a row.
Donovan Solano will stand in. He doubled and later scored his first time. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike one.
And even with 2 outs, this is a team that can still put something together here, especially in this part of the lineup, so you can't let your guard down.
Cut fastball, and he's got to lean out of the way of that one.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, the pitchers have the right to work inside.
Lined hard to center field. Mayberry will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Miami down in order, but they lead it 1-0. Jimmy Rollins will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
Number 11, shortstop, Jimmy Rollins.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And a swing as he pulls this one into right. A dive, but he can't come up with it in right as it skips right past him. And Rollins with a full head of steam trying for third. And the Phillies are in business here to kick off the inning. It's a leadoff triple.
Well, this is all about risk-reward here. It's spectacular if you get a glove on it. If not, you got to get up off the deck and chase it down.
Chase Utley will dig in. He singled his first time around. And he puts a pretty good jolt into this one, high and deep to center. It'll die on the warning track as the catch is made, and here comes the runner from third. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly as that'll square things at 1-1.
Well, that didn't take long. You get the triple, then on the very first pitch, here comes the sacrifice fly to get him home.
Marlon Byrd will try it again. He flew out his first time. And he goes with the slider that time, and it's driven to deep right field. And that is into the right field seats. It's a home run. Marlon Byrd, a solo home run, and it's given the Phils a 2-1 lead.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Ryan Howard will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball one.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
And after the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
Now a ball sprayed fouled into the seats near third. One out, nobody on. Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And that's through, a base hit. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Dominic Brown will get another shot, called out on strikes his first time around. Now here's the first pitch. Starts him with a breaking ball this time, misses down and in for a ball, 1-0.
And this is a guy that needs to throw that curveball for strikes.
Yeah, when he doesn't have command on it, that's when he has to lean on his fastball. And sometimes that'll get him in trouble.
Let's go, Billy.
Changeup stays outside and is behind 2-0.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
And there he goes towards second. Hit hard to the right, but foul. Runner at first, Howard to pitch. Now a swing by Brown as this ball is drilled out to deep right field. And that will clear the out-of-town scoreboard for a home run. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. Home run number 5 on the year. And the Phillies have opened it up now. It's 4-1.
And that's already 2 home runs he's coughed up here in the first 2 and a third innings. He's not fooling anybody out there, and they just keep pouring it on.
Carlos Ruiz will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1.
And now, even with 4 runs in against you here in the inning, you got to just wipe the slate clean and just take the approach that you're starting over out there.
And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
And that misses, 2-1. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
And he lays off again, ball 3. You know, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
Fastball in there, 3-2.
Probably his best located pitch so far. Right on the outside corner, and that's the spot he's going to need to start finding.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Maybe a case where he's more interested in taking a walk. He's in a good spot up 3-1, but winds up taking 2 straight pitches, neither of which was anything you'd call unhittable.
John Mayberry will stand in here. He doubled his first time around. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1.
And even though that is a strike, it's okay. These guys have been really patient at the plate. They've had a good game plan up there, and it's worked out for them so far.
And he gets some pretty good wood on it here as this is lifted to fairly deep left. Johnson is there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. So 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Phillies lead it 4-1. Giancarlo Stanton will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th.
Right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Here's the first offering. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
One 1-0 pitch is a circle change, swung on and missed, 1-1. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
Now a ball hit in the air to left center. He'll put it away without much trouble, and the leadoff man is retired here in the 4th.
Now after the 4-run inning, we'll get to see if he approaches things any differently now that he's working with the lead. You figure the approach will be similar, but that's a good job anyway of getting the first out here.
Jeff Baker will stand in, an RBI single in his first appearance. Swing and a bouncer out in front. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th. Reed Johnson will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Now a changeup to start him out, but that's looked at down and in for ball 1.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch, something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count. And that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
This is hit out to right. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He most certainly does. 10 straight he's retired now as that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Marlins. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Cody Ashe will come in now to lead things off against our starter, who probably wishes he had a mulligan to use on that last inning.
Yeah, he was doing just fine up until the last time he took the mound. He's got to hope that that was just an aberration, or he might not stick around to see another inning.
Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1. And he takes this one high, 1-1.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Swing and a ball sliced foul into the seats down the left field line.
Here we go.
And a swing and a ball hit foul heading for the seats. So another foul ball here, and it remains 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. Breaking ball somehow misses the outside, 2-2.
Well, you're not going to get that call if you've been all over the place. Now, if I'm pitching, I want that call, but at this point, he hasn't earned it.
Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
Now, you can bet they'd love a ball 4 here. Now, that would let this guy have a shot to bunt him over.
Now a big swing, and this is a major league pop-up. Way up there toward the center of the diamond. Brantley is out of the crouch, and he stays with it for route number 1.
Well, this will wind up nothing more than a pop-out in the scorebook. But what won't go unnoticed in that dugout is that he battled for an awfully long time there. That takes a lot of energy out of a guy when he's got to throw that many pitches.
Cole Hamels will try it again. He flew out his first time. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
All right, let's go.
Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. A lot of balls down in the zone in the last inning or so.
And I think that's in response to getting bit by those 2 home run balls. He might be a little leery of challenging guys right now, and I don't blame him. Keep it down there.
And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2. Now here's the pitch. And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. Stanton is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the second out.
And he's finding the terrain much easier to navigate this time around. After that 4-run inning, this is a guy who needs a quick inning here, and he's 2/3 of the way home.
2 gone, and Jimmy Rollins will step in. He tripled and subsequently scored last time around. Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
All right, Rollins, your time. Let's go, Rollins.
2-0.
And another good hitter's count to work with here. They've been able to sit back and just really tee off on him.
Come on, Billy.
And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Hit softly to the right side. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Phillies down in order as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Rob Brantley will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. in there, 1-1.
You can't try to outthink him up there. Just get a good pitch and square it up.
Now a swing, and he popped him up. And no ordinary pop-up at that. This is way up there. And the leadoff man gone now to start the fifth.
Boy, that's just another off-balance swing right there. Not only are these guys light on hits, they're not even making solid contact right now.
So one away here with the bases empty. And here's the table setter, Rafael Furcal. And a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike one. Think he'll see another one of those before this at-bat's through?
After that swing, I think you can just about take that to the bank.
Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. Closing fast, and he makes the diving catch.
Another look here. This ball's sinking fast, but he's on the full run, and he lays out to pull it in. That's well done there.
Adeiny Echeverria will dig in here. Took a called third strike his first time.
Go, coming down.
First offering on the way. And this is low, ball one.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Done now, Phil.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1-1 strike. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
Now a swing, and he popped him up. And no ordinary pop-up at that. This is way up there. And Ashe will make the catch to retire the side. Miami down in order. They trail it 4-1. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, and Chase Utley getting set to start things out here in the Phillies half of the inning. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Gotta say, they've done a pretty nice job laying off that tough changeup.
And I think you have to give some credit to that hitting coach. He's tried to tell him, that pitch is not going to be a strike. You got to wait and make him bring something up in the zone.
And he gets around on the fastball here and sends one deep down the right field line. And some trouble now in right field. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And he will make it up to third base, as that is a gift there off of what was a terrible throw.
And a great job here by the number 2 hitter in the lineup, getting something started here with the leadoff triple. And now you'd have to think that someone in that 3, 4, 5 spot could get him in.
Now the Marlins skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll leave after working just 4 innings, and this was not the kind of start he was looking for, I'm quite sure. Jacob Turner is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Marlon Byrd will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be doing so with the runner in scoring position and still nobody out. And this ball will be chopped foul. Fifth inning here in a 4-1 ball game. And this is fouled back and out of play. Way outside. 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Go now, Phil.
Here's the 1-2. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Ryan Howard will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. And he lays off there 1-0. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with one away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Starting to look like not only are they not going to walk him, but they're indeed going to challenge him.
And we've seen that mentality backfire many a time before. But you got to give him a little bit of credit on the mound. He's not backing down one bit.
And this is fouled straight back. Now a ball lined hard toward right center. And this is going to be into the gap for Howard. Extra bases forthcoming. And they'll add one more to the lead. It's now a 5-1 ball game. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
Here's another look at this swing in show motion. Check out the hands getting into good position. Hips start to rotate and then whack. That's great extension all the way through the ball. That's the perfect swing right there.
Dominic Brown will step in with a couple of RBIs already and looking for more. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. Runner holding tight at second. Now the pitch. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
Right over the top here with the 4-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Carlos Ruiz will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Five runs, 9 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Phillies so far. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1.
Well, this is a spot where it helps to have a 2-seam fastball like that, so you can work in on the right-handed hitters.
Keeping him close there at second. Now the pitch. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2. Now a swing and a bouncing ball toward the hole. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Phils get a run on the Ryan Howard two-bagger. 5 innings complete. It's now 5-1. Marcell Ozuna will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Marcell Ozuna.
First pitch on the way. And here's a ball hit in the air. Utley is under it to put it away, and it's 1 pitch, 1 out to kick off the 6th.
Well, only 3 strikeouts for him in the ball game, but when you've got that slow stuff, keeping guys off balance, you don't need to rely on strikeouts.
Christian Yelich will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ball game so far. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. That's in there as well. It's a quick 0-2 count. I'll tell you, he's been living on that corner all afternoon.
And you can tell, guys at the plate, they're starting to get frustrated. He just hasn't made many mistakes at all, and when he has, they've been out of the zone.
And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
I don't think anyone's going to be too upset that they have to leave this place after the game. This series has been a nightmare.
Donovan Solano will step in, 1 for 2 in the ball game. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. And he takes a cold strike 1.
Boy, his control has been outstanding so far. And there's another pitch right on the black.
Hamels ready with the 1-1. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting into foul territory now toward the third base dugout. And this is hauled in by the catcher Ruiz, and that'll be that. Mike Dunn will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the 6th.
Number 40, Michael Dunn.
John Mayberry will be the batter as we get things going in the bottom of the 6th.
Center fielder, John Mayberry Jr.
Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. And here's a curveball that just about got away as it misses inside for a ball.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
Come on, Billy.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
One thing we can say about this game, neither team's been afraid to swing the bat. I mean, here we are this late into the ball game, and we still haven't seen our first walk.
Kobayashi will get his third shot at it here. He's bounced out and popped out in his previous 2 trips. Looked like he went around that time. They'll appeal down to third, and yes, sir, it's strike 1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
I'd say he's made a pretty good impression since coming on. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
Cole Hamels will stand in now, and given the big cushion he has to work with on the other side of the scorecard, he'll go ahead and hit for himself here in inning number 6. And here's the first pitch. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul.
Come on.
Good curveball, strike 2. And a good pitch there. It's a big front door curveball, and he had no way of opening up to it.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. And that misses 2-2.
Boy, that's pretty good patience out there out of a pitcher who's acting like a hitter, especially with 2 outs.
Hey, Bill, come on.
Full count, 3-2. Jimmy Rollins would be next. That's on the ground to short. This should end the inning. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Giancarlo Stanton will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Now the first pitch. Oh, and Hamels loves to start guys with the change. That time it's good for a strike.
I think if you gave him another chance, he'd be swinging at that one. That was a great pitch to hit.
Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
And you'd be in trouble at the plate if you fell behind 0-2 against this guy, so he's fortunate to hold up in time.
Hamels ready with the 1-1. Swing and a ball headed towards the hole. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
First baseman number 10, Jeff Baker.
Jeff Baker will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. In there at the knees, strike 1.
And even though he's pitching well, this is a part of the order that he's really got to worry about. Now, they can turn a good outing into a bad one pretty darn quickly.
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And he lays off for ball 1.
One strike. Are you crazy, bro?
Now a swing as he hits this one into the air, but this will be foul off to the right, out of play. Hamels up to 73 pitches now for the afternoon. The 1-2. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Slowly hit to the left side. He'll have to hurry, and a throw over to Howard, and that's the second out.
The left fielder number 5, Reed Johnson.
Reed Johnson will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Are you kidding me up?
And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
And a very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game, perhaps. It's 2-1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And he's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
And looked like the cut fastball there as it's hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Mayberry is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They're down here 5-1.
Your attention, please. Now
So a new
pitching for
pitcher set to
Miami.
come on now as it'll be the effectively wild Carlos Marmol that makes an appearance here. Jimmy Rollins will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now.
Jimmy Rollins.
They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen.
Come on.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Now a swing, and he popped him up. And no ordinary pop-up at that. This is way up there. Brantley is out of the crouch, and he stays with it for route number 1.
We'll check out that 1-2 pitch again in show motion. This pitch is up around the letters, and you'll see that back elbow drop down a bit, kind of drag through the zone. That's what causes him to pop it up.
Chase Utley will step in. He tripled and subsequently scored last time around. First pitch coming. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Seventh inning here in a 5-1 ball game. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Way outside, nearly to the backstop, 2-1. And Utley not biting at that one, as he's ahead in the count now, 3-1.
You figure he should get something good to hit here. They don't want to walk him and put him on for the heart of the order.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Up with it is Percaw. Throw to first, and Utley's retired, 2 gone.
Now batting, right fielder,
Marlon Byrd will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
And when he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
2 out, nobody on.
Let's go, Marlins. Let's go, Marlins.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
Come on now, Billy.
Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. Phillies down in order. They're up 5-1. Rob Brantley will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
First pitch coming. Now a ball lined into left field. That's a base hit.
Let's get back on track.
The batter, number
And you want to
15,
talk about
second
being on
baseman.
top of your game? This is the first base runner that he's allowed since way back in the very first inning. He might not even remember what it's like to work out of the stretch.
Rafael Furcal will try things again. He's grounded out and lined out in 2 trips. And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. And that's swung on and missed by Furcal as he falls behind here, 0-2. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Fouled back. Here comes another 0-2. And he got him.
He's been able to get outs when he needs them with that curveball, and there you see what his pitch breakdown has been so far.
Adeiny Echeverria will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Earn your paychecks and turn the dirt.
And he misses inside with that one, ball 1.
Hey, you watching the same game up here?
Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Now the 1-1. Swing and a line drive to center field. In there, a base hit. And the throw will come back in quickly, so it's first and second now with only 1 away.
And this is really one of the few balls they've hit solidly all afternoon. So now we'll see if maybe they can get something going here.
Garrett Jones will get the call to pinch hit here, and he'll find he has a couple of runners aboard with only 1 out in the inning.
Come on, with your turn, go now.
In there for strike 1, 0-1. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
All right, let's hope now.
5-1 our score as we play the 8th. Now a check swing here and a little looper. Hamels will take charge himself out there, and there's 2 down.
It seems like these guys have had a difficult time squaring up the baseball against them so far. Here's another one that's just a simple soft liner. They don't come a whole lot easier than that.
Christian Yelich will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Get that batter out.
Runner not going anywhere at second. Now the pitch. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. That one finds the target on the outer half. It's 1-2. Runners left in scoring position. One of the big keys to this ball game so far. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game. Marlins strand a pair. They're down 5-1. Henry Rodriguez is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Henry Rodriguez.
Ryan Howard will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8.
First baseman, Ryan Howard.
And he'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Well, now he's got to be saying, this is the wrong time for that strike zone to start shrinking. You need that to be a strike.
Now Howard waits on the 1-0. This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
Now here's a ball hit sharply toward the right side. There's Furcal showing a little leather as he takes it in for the first out.
Well, we're going to get another look at this one from high above home plate. And this is going to give you a good look at the shift that he had to hit into. And you can see from where that ball's fielded that this shift worked perfect.
Dominic Brown will dig in. He homered back in inning number 3. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. And he is in there.
When things are going well, these are the little things that just seem to start going your way. Nothing too amazing here, but this winds up an infield single, and the breaks just keep going their way.
Carlos Ruiz will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. He's running towards second. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
Here's a situation where there's a new reliever out there. You know he's going to be focused on getting ahead, and boom, you take off on the first pitch. Now you've really given him something to think about.
And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2. Well, for Brown, his second steal now here in the month of April. Swing, hard hit ball to second. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Well, at the very least, he does move that runner up to third base. But with 2 away now, I don't think that's exactly what he was hoping to accomplish. I think he wanted to drive him in.
John Mayberry will dig in. Strikeout victim his last time. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
2 outs here with a runner at third. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Okay, be patient.
And this is swung on and missed, though he will need to do a little housekeeping at first. And the throw to first will indeed get him. It's a strikeout, score at 2-3, and the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. 9th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 5 and the Marlins 1. Donovan Solano will start it off here in their half of the 9th, and no sign of a reliever. They're going to let him try to finish this one off.
Well, he's been brilliant so far, so why not see if he can take it the distance? It just doesn't happen these days very often.
Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. A high strike there, and it's 1-1.
Here's a guy that understands. It's all about getting on base at this point, so good idea there just to wait for strike 1.
Very high, 2-1. Now here's the pitch. Fastball, and this one runs in on him as he has to dance out of danger there. And he should be okay to go the distance here. He's just now about to hit 100 pitches for the ball game. Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Giancarlo Stanton will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs. And he gets under a curveball that time as this is lifted in the air out to left. 2 down here in the 9th.
Boy, a first pitch out is nice anytime, but when you've already thrown over 100 pitches, that's a gift.
Jeff Baker will stand in as their last chance now. And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. And hey, don't write these guys off just yet. It's a home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And it's now a 5-2 game.
This is the same guy that drove in their only run earlier in the game, so he's had a pretty good afternoon at the plate. Here he gets a pitch that's right in his wheelhouse, and he knows what to do with it when you leave a pitch there.
Reed Johnson will stand in to keep things going. And I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
Here's the first offering. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. And now a crowd right around 25,000 strong comes to their feet. And this is going to be a foul ball. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you can get him to commit. That's a good job of laying off of that pitch.
And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. And quick wrists here as this is yanked down the third base line. Throw on to first, he'll take care of him, and the Phillies have finished off a 3-game sweep here on home soil as this one is over.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
And guys, the Phillies able to claim this victory thanks in no small part to the contributions of this man on the mound. Cole Hamels, picture perfect there. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, a little unfortunate he couldn't get that final out in the 9th, but still, 8 2/3, good innings of work, and he was on his game here in this one.
I want the top. All my people right there in the back of the spot, I need the top. If you know me, you don't know me to stop, I need the top. All my people there in back of the spot, let them get shot. Yeah.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Phillies win this one 5-2. So long from Philly.